You might think that when she finally sees you have moved on, she will just let you go in a quiet and peaceful way. You might believe that she will just nod her head and say goodbye without any fuss. But I want to tell you the real truth about what happens in the heart. The very second she understands that she has truly lost you, not just that you aren't there in person, but that your mind, your heart, and your spirit have moved somewhere else. That is exactly when she starts acting like a different person. She will treat you in a way you have never seen before. Let me sit down and explain what is really going on here. I say this because a lot of men get this whole situation completely wrong. They see a woman acting like she does not care, and they think it means she never had feelings for them at all. They hear silence and they think the story is over. They see that she is not chasing them anymore and they think she is not even thinking about them. But that is wrong. It is very wrong. What you're actually seeing is her waiting for you to fall apart. She is sitting back and watching you very closely. She is waiting to see if this new version of you, the man who stopped sending the first text, the man who stopped explaining every little thing, the man who stopped being ready to run to her the moment she felt like calling, is actually real. She wants to know if this is who you are now or if it is just a short phase you are going through. You see, she has seen you pull back your energy before. She has seen you go quiet for a few days or maybe even a whole week. And every time before she saw you come crawling back to her, she saw you come back with that same worried energy, that same need to be near her, and that same old pattern. So right now, she waits. She tests you in small ways. She just assumes that you will eventually crack and give in. But here is the part that changes everything. When you do not crack, when the days turn into weeks, and those weeks turn into months, and there is no late night text from you, when you have been drinking, and no sudden appearance at her door, and no big emotional outburst where you tell her how much you hurt, that is when it finally hits her. It clicks in her mind that you are not playing a game. You are not just trying to make her feel jealous or sad. You have genuinely let her go. And that realization changes her entire way of talking to you. It changes how she looks at you because she just lost something she thought she would always have. She thought your attention was guaranteed. She thought you would always be available. She thought you would always need her to tell you that you were good enough. And the second she realizes she cannot just get those things back whenever she wants, her behavior toward you flips upside down. If you are here because you are tired of people hiding the truth behind sweet words, then join our group of caring experts right now. You do not need to be here. But if you want to keep choosing what is real over what feels comfortable, if you want reminders that will help you stand tall when you feel weak and help you find your inner strength again, then stay close to us. This is not about me. This is about you staying strong and clear-headed. This is about you not going back to old ways that hurt your heart and take away your peace of mind. If that matters to you, stay with us and let us keep moving forward together. Now let us really look at what actually happens when she knows she has lost you for good. First, we need to understand the big mistake many men make. Most men think that when they finally let go and stop being attached, the woman will either not notice it at all or she will not care. That is what they believe deep down. You have been the one doing all the hard work. You were the one chasing her, the one starting the conversations, and the one trying to fix things every single time they broke. In that way of living, she had all the power. She knew you would always be there like a safety net. She knew your attention was something she could count on every single day. Because of that, she treated your heart like it was nothing special. She did not do this because she is a mean or evil person. She did it because it is just how people are. We often do not value things if we are not afraid of losing them. It is not personal against you. It is just how the human mind works. So you assume that when you stop, she will just shrug her shoulders and go about her day. You think she will just find someone else and forget that you ever existed. But that is not what actually happens. What happens is this. The same woman who seemed like she did not care if you were there or not suddenly becomes very aware that you are gone. She starts looking at your social media pages. She is not doing it every single minute, but she is doing it regularly. She notices when you share something new. She notices when you stay quiet. She sees you moving forward and making your life better. She sees you living your life with a smile on your face. And something about that starts to bother her in a way she did not expect. It is a big shift that changes everything. It is not always because she wants you back in a romantic way, but it is because she has lost control of the story. In her head, she was supposed to be the one who decided when the relationship was over. She was supposed to be the one who walked away first. She was supposed to be the prize that you kept chasing forever. But now you are not chasing. And that shift in power makes her feel very uneasy and shaky. Here's the hard truth that is difficult to hear. When a woman reaches out to you after you have truly let go, it is very rarely because she suddenly realized how amazing you are. Most of the time it is because she needs to know if she can still get to you. She needs to check and see if your letting go is real or if it is just an act. She is testing to see if you are still emotionally available for her, if you still react when she pokes you, and if you are still hers in some small way. That is why the message she sends is usually very soft and casual. She might say, "Hey, how have you been?" Or maybe I saw something today that reminded me of you. Just wanted to say hi. She will never be direct about it. Being direct would mean she has to admit she lost something valuable, and she is just not ready to say that yet. This is the moment that shows everything about who you are. If you answer her right away with a lot of excitement and that same old needy energy, you have failed the test. Not because talking to her is a bad thing, but because it shows her that nothing has actually changed inside you. It shows her that you were just on a pause button. You were just waiting for her to give you permission to care about her again. And once she sees that, the whole situation resets. She will pull away again. You will start chasing her again. And the unhappy cycle starts all over. But if you answer her in a different way, if you stay calm, keep it short, and do not show a lot of big feelings, or if you do not answer her at all, something else happens. She realizes that the door is not just shut. She realizes it is locked. You did not lock it because you are angry or mean. You locked it because you have built a completely different life on the other side of that door. And that is exactly when the way she treats you changes completely. Let us talk about why this happens deep down. We have to look at the root cause. People are drawn to how you feel inside, not just the words you say. They respond to who you are in your heart when you speak. When you were chasing her, your heart was in a state of not having enough. You felt like you needed her to tell you that you were okay so you could feel whole. You needed her attention to feel like you were worth something. You needed her to like you so you could feel like you mattered in this world. And she could feel that. She felt that sense of desperation under every text you sent. She felt the neediness behind every nice thing you said. She felt your fear that if she left, you would fall into pieces. And that energy, no matter how kind or patient or understanding you tried to be, killed the spark of attraction. It died because attraction is not built on needing someone. It is built on respect. And it is very hard to respect someone who does not respect themselves enough to walk away when they are not being treated well. But when you finally let go, when you stop looking for her to tell you that you are good enough, and when you stop explaining yourself and making yourself available, whenever she feels like showing up, your whole state of being changes. You are no longer acting like you are missing a piece of yourself. You are acting like you are already enough. You do not need her to make you feel complete because you have done that work for yourself. You do not need her to tell you that you are valuable because you have built that value on your own. And that shift is not something you can fake. It is not a performance you can put on like a play. It is something she can feel deep in her gut. And the second she feels it, you become a different kind of man in her mind. You go from being the guy she kept on the side as a backup to being the guy she actually lost. And losing something makes it seem much more valuable than having it around all the time ever did. Now let us talk about what it costs you when you do not understand this. If you stay in the chase, if you keep making yourself available to someone who acts like your attention is just an extra option they can take or leave, you lose a lot more than just your time. You lose respect. You lose her respect. And even worse, you lose your own respect for yourself every time you accept just a few small crumbs of her time. Every time you put up with her being hot and cold, and every time you let her come and go as she wants without any consequences, you are teaching her something. You are teaching her that your boundaries do not actually matter. You are showing her that your time, your energy, and your peace of mind can be bought or negotiated. And once she learns that, she will never treat you like a top priority. Why would she? You have already shown her that she does not have to. But it goes even deeper than that. The real cost is inside of you. Every time you give up on your own rules for how you want to be treated, and every time you accept less than you deserve, you are wearing away your own self-respect. You're training your own brain to be okay with people treating you poorly. You're teaching yourself to believe that your needs are not as important as making sure someone else feels comfortable. And that pattern does not just hurt this one relationship. It hurts every part of your life. It changes how you act at your job. It changes how you act with your friends. It changes how you show up for yourself. This is because once you learn to leave yourself behind just to get someone else to like you, you will start doing it everywhere you go. That is the real price you pay. It is not about losing her. It is about losing who you are. So here is a new way to look at it. When she realizes she has lost you and her behavior starts to change, whether she sends you a message or starts showing interest or suddenly wants to have a long talk, that is not your signal to run back to her. Instead, that is your proof that you made the right choice by moving on. The version of you she is responding to now is the version that does not need her to survive. And the very second you go back to her with that old needy energy, you become the version of yourself she did not respect in the first place. You cannot go backward and expect things to be different this time. You cannot go back into a situation that made you feel small and expect it to make you feel big now. The only way to go is forward. Let me draw a picture for you of what a man who has truly let go looks like. He wakes up every morning with a goal and a purpose. He is not reaching for his phone the second his eyes open, hoping to see her name on the screen. He is not looking through her pictures or her stories. He is not playing old conversations over and over in his head, trying to figure out where things went wrong. Instead, he is taking care of his body. He is working hard. He is building something for his future. His energy is pointed toward himself and toward the days ahead, never toward the past. He does not stay away from her because he is afraid. He's not hiding from her messages because he thinks he will fall back into old habits. He is just not interested anymore. She is not on his mind. His work is on his mind. His health is on his mind. His future is on his mind. To him, she is just a chapter of a book that has been closed. He does not feel angry or bitter about it. He just sees it clearly for what it was. When he does have to talk to her, maybe by accident or because she sent a message, he is calm. He is not cold or mean, but he is just not bothered. He is polite and he is respectful, but his heart is not open to her. He is not protecting himself. He just truly is not invested in her anymore. If she asks how he is doing, he gives a short and honest answer. He is not trying to sound impressive or make her feel bad. He is just answering a simple question. If she tries to start something up again, he is not rude. He is just very clear. He does not give long explanations. He does not try to justify his choices. He just says no and continues on his way. And that more than anything else is what she is not used to seeing. The old version of him always tried to explain everything. He always tried to make her understand his side. This new version does not do that because he does not need her to understand him. He has already moved on to a new life. You need to understand that this is not about being a cold person. This is not about building giant walls around your heart or never letting anyone in again. This is about having standards for how you want to live. This is about knowing the difference between someone who makes your life better and someone who just drains all your energy away. The man I am describing is very capable of loving someone and connecting with them, but he is not capable of putting up with being disrespected. He is not afraid to show his feelings, but he is very careful about who gets to see them. Being open with your feelings without having any rules or boundaries is just being a people pleaser. Being open with your feelings while also having strong boundaries is what self-respect looks like. You must learn the difference. And here's the funny thing about life. The more you live with this kind of energy, the more attractive you become to everyone around you. This is because true confidence is not loud or flashy. True confidence is very quiet. It belongs to the man who does not feel like he has to prove anything to anyone. He does not need to defend himself or look for other people to tell him he is worth something. People can feel that energy. Women can especially feel it. And the people who are actually a good match for you, the ones who respect themselves, will react to that energy in a much better way than the ones who do not. The right people do not try to break your rules. They respect them. So let us talk about what you should actually do right now. First, you must stop reaching out to her completely. No more just checking in texts. No more liking her photos on the internet. No more keeping a tiny crack in the door just in case she wants to come back. You need to close that door. You are not doing it to be mean or to hurt her. You are doing it because you respect yourself. You need to take all that energy you were giving to her and give it back to yourself. Put it into your body, into your job, and into your goals. Every single time you feel the urge to send her a text, stop and do 10 push-ups instead. Every time you want to look at her social media, open a book and read 1 page. You are physically teaching your brain to stop looking for a reward from someone who does not value you. Second, you must stop caring about the end result. You need to stop worrying about whether she will come back or not. Stop wondering if she is thinking about you tonight. Stop hoping that she will finally see what she lost. This is because hoping is still a form of being attached to her. If you are hoping, you are still giving her power over how you feel. True letting go means you genuinely do not care what she does. You are not wishing for her to fail, and you are not waiting for her to return. You are just not interested. This takes time to achieve. It takes a lot of practice. It takes pointing your attention in a new direction every single day until not caring becomes your normal way of being. Third, you must raise your standards in every part of your life, not just with her. Stop putting up with friends who are not there for you. Stop doing a halfway job at your work. Stop letting people treat your time like it does not matter. The same habit that let her treat you poorly is likely the same habit that lets other people do it too. You have to fix this problem at its roots. You must become a man who does not argue about respect. You just expect it. When you do that, your whole life will change. It will not just be your relationships, it will be everything. Fourth, you need to build real proof of your progress. Do not post about it online just so she can see it. Do it for you. But the result of this work is that when she does see you, and she will eventually, there will be no doubt in her mind that you have moved on. You will be in better shape. You will be more focused on your goals. You will be more successful in your work. You will have a sense of peace that you did not have before. And none of that has anything to do with her. That is what makes it so powerful. It is not a show you are putting on for an audience. It is a real change deep inside you. And she will feel that difference. Now let us talk about that moment when she finally reaches out to you. It will probably happen. And when it does, you have to be ready. If she sends you a text, do not answer right away. Wait. Do not wait as a game, but wait because you are actually busy living your own life. When you do finally answer, keep it very short. Keep it neutral. Do not write long paragraphs. Do not give her explanations. Do not act excited. Just give a simple answer. If she wants to meet up and see you, do not be available right away. This is not about playing hard to get. It is because you actually have things to do. Your time is valuable now. You're no longer changing your whole life around for someone who did not respect you when they had all of you. And if she asks why you have changed so much, do not explain it to her. Do not give her a big story about your journey to being strong and unbothered. You can just say something like, I am just focused on different things these days. That is all. You do not owe her a long talk. You do not owe her a sense of closure. You do not owe her anything at all. You have already given her more than enough of yourself in the past. Now it is time to give to yourself. Here is what most men get wrong. They think that letting go is just a clever plan to get her to come back. But it is not a trick. Letting go is what happens when you finally choose yourself. If she comes back, that is fine. But she will be coming back to a man who does not need her to be happy. And if she never comes back, that is even better. It is better because you have already moved on to something new and good. Either way, you are the winner. That is the place you want to be. You want to be in a spot where you are not losing any sleep over what might happen. You are genuinely okay with whatever the future holds, because you have built a life that does not have her at the center of it. Let me tell you what happens when you fully commit to this path. You will stop thinking about her. It will not be because you are forcing yourself to stop, but because you are honestly too busy with much better things. You will start to attract a whole new kind of energy into your life. You will meet women who respect your rules, women who bring value to your days, and women who do not play games because they do not feel the need to. When that happens, you will look back at the person you used to be, the one who was chasing someone who did not value him, and you will hardly know who that guy was. You will wonder how you ever put up with the things you did. You will wonder why you ever accepted so little. That feeling right there is called growth. It is called evolution. It is you becoming the man you were always meant to be. And here is the final truth. She will notice. She will see you with someone new, or she will see you doing amazingly well all on your own. And something inside her will shift. She will reach out to you. She will try to find a way back into your life. And in that moment, you will have a very clear choice. You can go back to what did not work before, or you can keep walking toward what does work. If you have done the hard work, the choice will be very easy. You will know that going back is not an option anymore. You are not bitter about it. You have just grown too big for that old life. You are not the guy waiting for her to see how much you are worth. You are the guy who is building that worth every single day. You are building it so clearly that her opinion does not even matter. You are not the guy hoping she will come back to you. You are the man moving forward whether she is there or not. You are not the guy who needs her to feel like a whole person. You are the man who is already whole with or without her in his life. That is who you are now. That is who you are becoming. And the more you step into that truth, the more everything else in your life will fall into the right place. If this message reached your heart, and if you need more of this kind of truth in your life, then stay connected with us. This space is for men who choose to grow instead of staying comfortable. It is for men who choose to see things clearly instead of staying confused. It is for men who choose themselves even when it is very hard to do. If that sounds like you, then you belong here with us. Stay with us and let us keep building a better life. You have the strength to do